PYX 106, Capital Land's classic rock with Quinn and Cantera.
It's 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com.
Paul, do you force your employees over there at Martin, Hardy, and Mazzotti to participate in the Secret Santa, or is it up to them?
We don't do that at all. Yeah, we haven't done that in years. But we were small, though. We didn't force it, but we did have some Secret Santa floating around.
But right now, you don't run the Secret Santa at your place.
We do not.
No.
Can I come work for you? You need any help? I feel like so much pressure to participate this year.
Even if I wasn't even if I didn't care about Santa, I'd still want to be a part of the Secret Santa.
So
It's gift giving. So let's talk about Abelove here. This was weird because we all wanted to support our local, police department for getting this guy, and this guy was trying to get away from this police car down over there on Hoosick, and they shot him, and he gave what's that called that Abelove gave to the police officer, Paul?
Immunity,
right? From the deal without due process or something.
Well, so here we've got a situation where this has become really less about that whole event and more so about what District Attorney Abelove appeared to have done, or that at least the Attorney General is now accusing him of, which is taking this case, which every time there is a shooting, when the police shoot someone, in this case they were killed, it goes in front of the District Attorney in front of a grand jury to see if there's going to be any charges filed. So what happens here is the Attorney General says to Rensselaer District Attorney, we want to come in and we want to look at this. Don't do anything. And what they're saying is that Abelove rushed this in front of the grand jury, gave immunity to the officer who did the shooting, and now it appears that Abelove is in trouble.
All right, so what was the purpose of doing what he did? Is he trying to sweep this under the rug to make his department look good?
It was during a lot of the police shootings too. We got to remember like the feeling around the country at that time. But go ahead, sorry.
But that is that's the allegation here, is that he tried to do something quickly. But interestingly enough, what the Attorney General isn't doing is trying to overturn the ultimate decision in that shooting. So they're not even saying, look, they don't like the procedure. They felt they were cut out of the procedure, and now they've got they allege that Mr. Abelove here lied in front of the grand jury and didn't do it by the book, so to speak. But they're not saying we're going to redo that grand jury, or that this Officer French is going to be sort of re-prosecuted for this crime. They're just saying what you did it wrong, you did it fast, and we think you did it because you were trying to kind of keep us, Attorney General, out of this case.
So how big of a deal is this? I mean, this doesn't happen often.
At the time, it felt like a slap on, kind of a slap on the wrist because of what was going on nationally, but it's a much bigger deal.
Yeah, it's much bigger. We've got a sitting district attorney charged with a felony and 2 misdemeanors. So when I looked at this and I was trying to find something that might be analogous, and I just couldn't find it. It's just nothing that really happened. So, again, the temperature here, in terms of this topic is hot. And right now, uncharted territories, he's charged with these crimes, still a district attorney. And everyone, and the Governor Cuomo is trying, I think, to determine whether or not his office has the ability to remove Abelove from the office prior to this criminal trial that I think will be inevitable.
So, and what could he face as far as a penalty?
Yeah, so anytime you have a felony, they kind of have these wide-ranging, that have several years in jail, and misdemeanors can be up to 1 year in jail. But I think the most serious one here is lying as they were preparing a grand jury looking into how Mr. Abelove handled the first grand jury. Sort of confusing. But I think that the lying one, and we see that, with Mr. Flynn down in Washington, right? When you're lying to, in that case, it was federal officers. In this case, to the grand jury, it's a low-grade felony. I don't know. I mean, could they push this to the end, and if he's found guilty, serve some minor jail time? It's possible.
He's going to fight it. He was talking about how he's going to fight it to the bitter end yesterday. But interesting. Schneiderman, what a busy year he's had, huh?
He sure seems to be in the news quite a bit. Yeah.
Right.
Well, Paul, thanks for coming on and explaining this to us, because it was a little convoluted for me. So I appreciate it.
It sure is. Yeah. No, it is, and it's one of these things that the attorney, the district attorney Abelove, doing lots of things good in Rensselaer. And then, of course, something like this, which has made national news, has got so many people watching this. So it's going to probably result in a pretty, fantastic trial, one that's going to be, watched and observed by certainly everyone throughout the state, but even beyond.
Oh, let's keep our eyes on it, and we'll talk to you about it in the future then. Paul Harding from Martin Harding Mazzotti, 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.
Secret Santa free zone.
.com.
Thanks, Paul.
See you, Paul.
Okay. Take care, guys.
Quinn and Cantera, mornings on PYX 106. PYX